Nike billboard honors the all-time NCAA Division I scoring leader.
For months, fans have been left wondering why Nike, the undisputed titan of sports, has remained unusually silent about one of its brightest rising stars. The lack of acknowledgement didn't go unnoticed. Now, finally, Nike has offered an apology to Caitlin Clark. But let's be honest, this isn't just about a missing banner or a flashy promo on an arena wall. The issue runs much deeper. It looks like Nike is scrambling to make up for lost time, especially after whispers that Adidas made a bold move to court Caitlin Clark. The real question is this apology heartfelt or just a reactive play driven by the fear of losing their star to a rival? Stepping back, it's clear why Caitlin Clark is at the center of this storm. She's the breakout sensation of women's basketball, and her latest season has been nothing short of historic.
Gold when they signed Caitlin Clark to an 8-year, $28 million endorsement deal. So why?
She led her team to historic heights, shattered record after record, and electrified fans with her unmatched skill. Caitlin Clark isn't just a player, she's a true game changer. Her very first playoff appearance drew an incredible 1.84 million viewers, making it the most watched WNBA playoff game in more than 20 years. You'd think Nike, having invested heavily in her, would be front and center celebrating this milestone, yet shockingly, they weren't. For months, the company stayed completely silent after signing one of the brightest stars in women's basketball. Now, compare that to how Nike handled LeBron James during his rookie year. They dropped a signature shoe almost immediately, plastered ads everywhere, and made sure his face dominated billboards across the country. The contrast is striking, and fans can't help but notice.
With that, Nike has not done one thing to promote her. We have not seen any commercials, we have not seen any ads, we have not seen any Caitlin Clark merchandise, and we for sure as hell have not seen.
With Caitlin Clark, though, there was silence, and that quiet didn't go unnoticed. While Nike stayed dormant, Adidas spotted a golden opportunity, an opening that Nike had completely overlooked. They recognized the chance to make Clark the undeniable face of women's basketball. Just like Nike had done for LeBron James in men's basketball, Adidas wasn't about to stand by and watch a rival fumble such a valuable star. Soon, rumors emerged that Adidas was ready to make a jaw-dropping $30 million offer to Clark, but this wasn't just about money, it was a statement. After months of ignoring her, Nike finally responded, raising a massive banner at the Indiana Fever Arena. On the surface, it was impressive, but the timing told the full story. This wasn't simply about honoring Clark's achievements, it was damage controlled. A defensive move to keep her from jumping ship. For many fans, it felt reactive, not genuine. Nike had months to celebrate her record-breaking season, but waited until a real threat loomed. When Nike finally acted, Clark didn't just accept the gesture quietly. She seized the moment, delivering a speech that turned heads. She spoke not only about her own journey, but about the bigger picture, the growth of women's basketball. She highlighted packed arenas, rising viewership, and fans investing in the sport in ways they never had before. Clark went further, stressing the importance of national TV exposure and the long-term impact it could have on women's basketball. She made it clear this isn't a passing fad. The sport is here to stay, and it deserves platforms that reflect that reality. Her upcoming signature shoe was part of that vision, a symbol of progress that should have been launched months ago to capitalize on her phenomenal season. Instead, Nike only recognized her true value after Adidas made their move. Fans are left questioning, was the banner and the signature shoe a heartfelt celebration, or a calculated attempt to salvage their standing with Clark? Nike has a long history of prioritizing male athletes. Look at LeBron James or Kevin Durant. Global campaigns from day one. Compare that to women like Serena Williams or Diana Taurasi, and the contrast is glaring. If Clark were a man, there's no doubt she'd have been celebrated immediately. Now the pressure is on. Nike's sudden pivot shows concern, but is it too little? Too late? Will they step up and give Clark the recognition she deserves? Or will Adidas swoop in and make her the new face of women's sports? Adidas has made its intentions clear. They value female athletes and are willing to invest in them in ways Nike has historically avoided. If Nike hopes to keep Clark, a banner and a shoe aren't enough. They need a real, meaningful commitment. The battle between Nike and Adidas is far from over, and it's shaping the future of women's basketball. Caitlin Clark isn't just a player, she's a trailblazer, changing the game on and off the court. Whether she stays with Nike or moves to Adidas, one thing is undeniable. Clark is the future, and the brands that support her will leave a lasting mark on women's sports. Nike's sudden change of heart may preserve their connection to Clark, but the bigger story is about redefining how female athletes are marketed and valued. For too long, women's basketball has been overlooked, with male athletes taking the spotlight. Now, with Caitlin Clark at the center, that tide is finally turning. Adidas didn't just see a chance, they saw the future. Brands are noticing a movement. They see that women's sports are exploding like never before. Record-breaking viewership, growing fan engagement, and unprecedented attention. Caitlin Clark isn't just another rising star, she's the face of a new era in basketball. She's not simply a player, she's leading a movement. When Adidas reportedly offered Clark a staggering $30 million deal, it wasn't just about sneakers, it was a strategic statement, aligning themselves with the future of women's basketball and proving they're a brand that truly invests in female athletes. For Nike, the stakes couldn't be higher. They've long dominated the sports market, and losing Clark to Adidas would be a major blow. Nike prides itself on representing the world's top athletes. Letting Clark slip away would send a message that they're not as committed to women's sports as they claim. This isn't just about one player. Caitlin Clark represents the future of women's basketball. She's filling arenas, electrifying fans with her on-court brilliance, and inspiring young girls across the country to dream bigger than ever. Companies that back her now will be remembered as trailblazers, pushing for equality in sports. The opportunity to reshape sports marketing is huge, and brands like Nike and Adidas are starting to recognize it. But Nike hasn't always been perfect. Fans were left questioning why the brand stayed silent as Clark broke records and dominated headlines. For years, women's sports have been overlooked, while male athletes received far more resources and attention. Adidas' $30 million offer made it clear they're serious about changing that. They see the market value in women's basketball and are ready to invest. Now Nike is racing to catch up, realizing that Clark's impact is too big to ignore. They're going all out to retain her, but the question remains, is it too late? Has Adidas already won her loyalty, or can Nike convince her to stay? Clark herself is approaching this wisely. She's not rushing into any decisions. Instead, she's using her platform to focus on the bigger picture, the growth of women's basketball. At a recent Nike event, she emphasized that her mission isn't just about personal success. She's advocating for more national TV exposure, increased fan engagement, and long-term investment in the sport as a whole. Her success is inseparable from the sport's success, and that's why she's so influential. Then there's the signature shoe, a statement far bigger than merchandise. For any athlete, a signature shoe signals star power and a brand's belief in you. For Clark, it's also a symbol of progress for women's basketball. When LeBron James got his first signature shoe, it marked him as the future of the sport. Now Clark is in a similar position. A shoe for her isn't just personal recognition, it's a declaration that women's sports deserve the same investment and attention as men's. Timing is everything. Fans have waited months for news of Clark's shoe, while Nike hesitated. Meanwhile, Adidas has made it clear they're ready to go all in if she chooses to switch. If they release a signature shoe first, it would be a major win for the brand and a wake-up call for Nike. The bigger picture is undeniable. Caitlin Clark is proving that women's sports are a major market, with millions of fans ready to engage. Female athletes have too often been overlooked while male stars dominated the spotlight. Nike's apology and recent efforts may be genuine, or they may simply be a reaction to Adidas' aggressive approach. Either way, they're finally recognizing that losing Clark isn't an option. For now, all eyes are on Clark and the choices she will make. Whether she stays with Nike or moves to Adidas, one thing is certain: she's more than a basketball player. She's a force, changing the game both on and off the court. So what do you think? Will Nike finally give Clark the recognition she deserves? Or will Adidas seize the moment and claim her? Subscribe and hit the notification bell to follow every update on this story. The battle for Caitlin Clark and the future of women's basketball is only getting started.